Hello everyone and welcome to the Raining Rosas podcast, the podcast of contemporary dance in Europe. I am Carlito Fluito and I'm gonna be your host in this episode of today. So the goal of the Raining Rosas podcast has mainly three objectives. One is to give voice to contemporary dancers in Europe that want to share their story and their trajectories. The second goal is to help and inspire emerging artists and skilled performers to develop their careers. And the third one is to raise awareness among the general public about contemporary dance. The content of the podcast can be divided in three sections. In the first section, we will have interviews with contemporary dancers with full-time renowned artists, where they will share their stories, their professional career, their current creations, their past creations, how they approach the creative process and the distribution process, and what are the future and current projects they are involved in. The second section, we will give some information about how to create and produce your own pieces. So how can you make and sell your own creations as a contemporary dancer? And then we will promote different productions, different workshops, and different festivals that are currently going on in Europe. So for the podcast of today, we will explain you what is Raining Rosas, what's our philosophy, our vision, our manifesto and values, and we will introduce you and present you the new model of performing arts. And finally, we will give you some advice and tips, and we'll give you the opportunity of getting to know more about our way of working. So what is Raining Rosas? Raining Rosas is founded in 2020 by Carlito Fluito here in Valladolid because we are looking for offering different value and different content that the contemporary dance and the performing arts currently is not accessible to. So what we are offering is education and mentoring in an online format, so people from all over the world, they can access to high-level education concerning performing arts. So therefore, we are building a non-local performance company. With all our pieces together, all our presentations together, we can create this huge non-local performance company where we are creating a world of our own methodology, our own systems, our own visions for performing arts, and we are working in different places of the planet. And finally, we are giving workshops all over the planet, from Africa to Europe, and soon we will move to different continents, where we want to share this new style of creation and this new approach to performing arts. Besides, we are a performing arts promoter. So we want to promote performing arts. We want to bring performing arts to a new level, the level of football players. So we are looking for emerging artists. We are looking for festivals. We are looking for artistic residents. And we want to create a system of scholarship so we can promote the interchange of different dancers all around the planet. What is our philosophy? So our philosophy is fundamented in our vision. Our vision is making performing arts as big, divine, and influential as football. And why did we choose football as a metaphor? Because after the pandemic of COVID-19, it was extremely clear that the first sport and the most important sport and cultural event that was extremely valuable for the people was football. So for us the question was why is it the government investing so much effort, time, resources, energy into recovering football, while there are so many other possibilities, there are so many other artistic and cultural expressions. And that's the reason why we are choosing football as the metaphor. The audience is engaged in football. People want to watch football. So we want to make performing arts something that people want to watch, something that is big, something that fills stadiums, something that people really crave for and support and cheer the artist. So this is the big and the divine, like to see the artist as this person that is creating something that is completely outside of the current daily mind, but is expressing these realities in this such deep and profound way that connects so profoundly and so strongly with the audience. And it's influential because each time a football player says something, people listen. So we want to have this voice to the artists themselves. So we are trying to change the world. We are changing the world of performing arts by developing unforgettable creations. This we are already doing it, and every time Raining Rosas is presenting a creation, we want to guarantee that it's unforgettable, that people remember it. And that's what is changing the world of performing arts, because many times people don't remember so easily other creations. We want to be sure that our creations are remembered. At Raining Rosas, we focus on producing high-quality performances that attract people to the theaters. We don't want to bring people outside of the theaters, we want to bring them inside. We surround ourselves by people that create unique universes on stage. It's not only about going there, performing and dancing for 20, 50, 30 minutes. We want to create a whole universe, a whole identity of each creation, of each artist. We widely mix performing skills to reach a new level of storytelling. We don't want to limit ourselves to one skill, to one type of dance. We want to mix widely all the performing skills that are available. Raining Rosas is not a performing company with some masterpieces. We want to go further beyond, and we want to create lives that are masterpieces, to materialize our ultimate vision of making performing arts as big, divine, and influential as football, artist after artist. And that's why we work one-on-one on the educative and the mentoring sessions and the mentoring programs. We want to take the person, the artist, the performer, and then bring it really like to get the best out of this person. And this is what we always strive for. Raining Rosas on its surface is a company, a non-local company, that trains performers of all disciplines and creates bold and high innovative production. But that's not enough for us. We want to go beyond. Our next venture is to transform the performers we work with into renowned artists that are treated like football stars while redefining the way audience consume and interact with our artistic creations. We want to bring the audience, really, like to offer the audience the unique experience of going to the theater, and then to really embody this experience into the audience. This is our goal. And we do this by working with the artist and developing this superstar mindset into the artist. So then he has to connect and interact with the audience in this special way. So the audience gets these elevated feelings. We are altering the performing paradigm. Performers are as physically skilled as Olympic athletes. In addition, they are highly creative, spiritually connected, and broadly intelligent individuals. We all agree on this because if you are a contemporary dancer in Europe, if you are listening to this, you are a performer, and I bet that you are physically skilled as an Olympic athlete. And we can agree. But on the top of that, you are a creative person, you are spiritually connected, and you are extremely intelligent. You are broadly intelligent, I know. However, they face lots of precarious situations along their careers. All those performing artists are facing a lot of difficult situations, economically and financially, very disadvantageous. Also with the very precarious jobs, very little jobs for a lot of people. It's a very competitive field. So this doesn't have sense for us. Why is it possible that in other sports people have so many advantages, but within performing arts, specifically in contemporary dance, there are so many struggles, so many day-to-day people fighting to become a dancer, to become an artist? This doesn't have sense for us. It's not logic for us. So therefore, we are building training. We have trainings that correct this tendency. It's a set of methodologies that speed up the creative process, improve several performing skills simultaneously, and encourage a superstar mindset. So we have trainings to produce artists that captivate the audience. This is the focus, to bring the audience to the theater, and then this audience will make you believe in yourself, that you can be a superstar, because you're creating something that is extremely valuable for the people that go and watch you, because it elevates them, it gives them energy, it gives them hope, it gives them different visions about the future, the planet, the world. So with the methodologies that we are developing, you can create in this fast process. So you can have high quality original creations very fast, while you are improving many performing skills. Not only your main performance skill, which can be dance, but others around. And then you can develop this mindset. So changing the way artists relate to their creations and the way the audience relate to artists. So the artist is creating the piece, the performance for the audience. He wants to communicate a message. So then the audience relates to the artist through the piece. Because what we find sometimes is like many times artists create for themselves, but they forget about the audience. We want to correct this tendency. And that's why we are combining psychology, spirituality, and marketing to change the outside of performing arts from the inside of performing artists. So we are changing the products of performing arts. We are changing the creations. We are changing the festivals. We are changing the artistic residence from the inside. So the performing artists, the artists themselves, they believe things can be different and they can be done in a different way. And that's what we are working with. So working with Raining Rosas means building the entertainment of the future. Because we are sure and we believe that in the future, performing arts will be the main human entertainment. Because machines are going to replace many jobs, like an infinite amount of jobs. But performing arts require a human being on stage. And this is our focus. We know that the future will be different than the present, and we are already looking ahead, 10 years ahead, what's coming, what's going to happen, and we are there, because we are ready. So what is our values, our manifesto? We are an innovative company. We are an innovative project. We see things differently, and we focus on mixing skills. We don't want to stuck on one specific performing arts, performing dance, performing discipline. We want to mix all of them. That's why we work with actors, we work with dancers, we work with circus artists, and we focus on 1.0 version. We understand that everything is a process and that we are improving and evolving, and that's our focus. Create and create and create and create. A lot of quantity with good quality, but a lot of quantity. And we are sustainable. One planet, many problems. We live in one planet all together, and there are an infinite amount of problems and thematics and topics that we can make voice. We can put voice to many problems, to many people that don't have the opportunity to speak by themselves. And we are sustainable. In Raining Rosas, we focus on this black background because it consumes less energy than a white screen. So we try to be sustainable from every detail, from the bottom, from the foundations of the company. If we want to live 10 years, 20 years, 30, 40, 50, hundreds as a society, as a civilization, we need to really ingrain sustainability in all our creations, in all our lifestyles. We are very ambitious because we aim for excellence and we want to change the whole performing paradigm. And we are always improving. Every day we find something that we can do better, we do it better. So we aim for excellence in our creations, in our relationships with people, in our projects, in the festivals we organize. And we want to go big always. And every day is something that we can do better. So every day you can do something better than yesterday. We have the mindset of abundance because we believe in ourselves, in all our capabilities, in our values, in our possibilities, in how much we can bring to the world. This is abundance. We reject this scarcity mindset where there are not enough jobs, where we have to always struggle to find this, to solve this problem. No, we have so many opportunities available for us. And this is our abundance mindset. We are interdependent. We don't want to grow into this individualistic, capitalistic society that just focuses on materialism, that substitutes people with materials. We don't want that. We know that we have to work all together. And that's why we create a collaborative community of artists. That's the Raining Rosas community. Because we want to create things with other people. We don't want to be this lone freelance performer that is always struggling and he's by himself and then he doesn't have emotional support. No. We want to have a big community of support that is going to listen to you, that is going to solve your problems, that is going to help you in your path, that wants to work with you. We are interdependent. We are profitable. This is very important. We don't want to keep on struggling with finances, with economical situations. Money is a type of energy, and it's an energy that allows us to grow faster and bigger, to create bigger projects, to create better projects, to grow as person, to grow as artist, to grow as performing arts. Money is important. And we have noticed that there are many freelancers that reject this money attitude. But this is a type of blockage that they have because I understand because I have been there. Within this world, money many times gets corrupted and gets damaging for third people, for third beings that are not on the current situation. But we believe that if we are sustainable, we can use the money to build a brighter and better world and better future. And we are spiritual. We do a lot of introspection work. We want to know ourselves deeper, into a deeper level, our authentic selves. And we want to work from the inside out, because when we perform, we are giving out. But first we have to work in ourselves. What's going on inside our beings? Because so we are creating this. What do we really want to give the message to the people? So first we need to know ourselves really into a deeper level. And finally, we are global. We want to transform the world. We want to transform performing arts. So we are very inclusive and we adapt. We adapt to different cultures. We include people. We don't stand for racism or this xenophobia, homophobia, nothing of this. No. We are transforming this world and everybody is part of this world. So we include, we welcome everybody and we adapt to the different cultures because we don't want to eradicate cultures. We want to adapt. We want to have this collective mindset where everyone is accepted. So we are working with this new model of performing arts because we have noticed that there is like an old model of performing arts and a new model that is happening already. So the Raining Rosas, we are building the entertainment of the future. And in the entertainment of the future, there is this new model of creating, of behaving, of thinking, of being. So in the past model, we can notice that the creation process took really long. Many times it was like several months, even years to create a piece. We believe that this process can be speed up. And we have a specific methodology, the Tamos methodology, that you can speed up the creation process. And you can come up with 1, 2, even 3 high quality performance in less than 2 months. And in the past model also, people focused on perfecting one skill, on being the best on one skill. But now the field is opening so much that being the best in one skill is very unlikely. So we want to develop unique multi-skill performers. You are unique, people remember you because you can do several things. It's not like you are the best on contemporary dance, on urban dance, no. You are the best because you control many skills. That's the focus. That's the new model. In the past model, the freelancers were struggling to find a job. Even now, it happens. Many freelancers struggle to have a job. In the new model, this is different because the community of collaborating artists, they are helping each other. They're creating together. They're coming up with new creations, with new workshops, new methodologies. In the past model, many freelancers, many performers, they live these precarious situations. In the new model, this is completely eliminated because now, from the inside of the artist, he has developed this superstars mindset. So now they believe, the artist itself believe in themselves. And now this precarious situation is something that they don't tolerate. So your life is always as good as the worst situation you can tolerate. So if you start tolerating less negative situations, then your life will improve. Remember this, your life is not about the best you can dream, it's the worst you allow your life to have. So eliminating all these precarious situations because you don't tolerate them in your life, it will put you closer to the superstars mindset. In the past model, artists, they were struggling with a lot of creative blockages. Now we focus on the process. In the new model, it's about the process. It's not about the product, like the best product, the perfectionism. No. It's now. What you can give now and what you are gonna give even better and better and better and better. Because this is a process of improving all the time. In the past model, many freelancers, they lack marketing and business knowledge. This is not possible anymore. If we want to transform this whole performing arts scene, this world, we need to be knowledgeable about how to sell and how to earn money. We need to know our value and how to share and communicate this value with other people so they respect what we are doing. They respect all our work, all our hours of training, and all our introspection and our development of pieces. And then we can get the money, which is energy, that is going to allow us to go further and to transform the world. And in the past model, people were working for others. There were few big companies moving all the big performances and with the big budgets. But now it's different. In the new model, we are working with others. We are looking for collaborations. We are looking for this community of artists. And then we can work with others and have projects together. So the world is changing, and within this new model, we have our own way of working. And our way of working focus on helping performers to explore new possibilities and to transcend their limitations through building up exercises and gamification. So what does it mean? We are focused on performers, and then we help them to go beyond their current skills by exploring these new possibilities, because life is full of possibilities, performing art is full of possibilities. So we want to give you an introduction, the possibility of developing different skills, and then transcend your limitations, spiritual, psychological, emotional limitations. And then we go deep with these introspection exercises, and then we start finding what's the thing that are not working, and those are your limitations, and then we will transcend them, and then your life will explode. And then you will go big and full-time renowned artist, which is the goal. And how we do this? We do it through building up exercises. What is difficult, we make it easy. And what is too easy, we make it difficult. So you are always growing with this building up. You are always building up your skills. You are always building up your understanding of the world, because you are always making things as difficult as you need to have it difficult. And then gamification, because we focus on having fun, of course, because we don't want to struggle and suffer. We are here to have fun. We are here to enjoy. And that's why we use gamification. We create games, we interact with other people, we laugh, we have fun, we are spontaneous. This is the focus, to enjoy. And because we want to work in a worldwide level, we have created an online training. And this online training is called Endless Masterpieces. How to speed up your artistic creations. We are focused on how to develop artistic performances in a really fast way, like creating 1, 2, even 3 performances in less than 2 months. So then you can develop this mindset of, I can create endless masterpieces all over. So this is the focus of our course. And for whom is this course? It's for skilled performers, because we cannot work with people that don't have an ability already. We look for people that already know what is performance, already have been on a stage, already have some education. We look for dancers, urban dancers, contemporary dancers. We look for actors. We look for circus artists. So we look for people that already have the skill, and then they want to really step up, become artists, and develop their own being as artists on this scene. And we work with promising teenagers that are about to get into an education, because we think like things can move much faster when you can get the foundations of what is performing arts, what is creating, what is developing your own pieces, and then you get educated yourself. You start going to workshops, but really with the mindset of why this workshop, what skill I'm gonna get from this workshop so I can put it into the stage, because I'm already creating a piece. This is the focus. So if you are a promising teenager, if you are a teenager very skilled, that you are thinking about going to an education for 2, 3, 4 years, we can do it in Raining Rosas. We can do it, and in 2 months, you can start creating. And if you take the Raining Rosas course before the education, then you will notice the difference with the people around. Because many times the educations, they focus on skills. They focus on teaching you how to move, how to develop certain specific skills. We focus on creating. We focus on presenting a product. We focus on your development as person, as an artist. So how do we structure the weeks? So this online training is divided in 8 weeks, and each week has the same structure. The first day, we cover the theory. We explain you theoretical concepts, which is something that many people do in these academic programs of theater, for example. But we do it only one day. We want to go to the basics to have some general understanding, because we want to go practical. And that's why in the second day, we are already warm up. So all these warming up exercises, we are already getting familiar with the specific skill we are working during this week. And then we move to the day 3, the boot ground. In the boot ground, we focus on the technique. We focus on the perfection. We focus on the specific exercises that are gonna make you like really go professional, because everything will be clean, everything will be correct. And then in the day 4, we go opposite. We go to the playing camp. We want you to go crazy. We want you to go wild. We want you to have fun. We want you to go spontaneous and very creative. And for that, we have many games, many exercises, many proposals. So you can explore yourself with the discipline, with the skill that we are teaching you during this specific week. And then you can explore and find new ideas and find new possibilities and have fun during the process. And the fifth day, we go for the cool down, where we will wrap up all this information and we will start to take artistic choices. Like, out of all these exercises I did, out of all these new ideas, new possibilities I have, what is what I want to use during my performance? What do I want to create? This is the focus now. So what is useful for me now so I can create a performance that is going to be original and it's going to be really high quality and it's going to be engaging for the audience. So this is the cool down, where you start choosing very consciously how do you want to build your performance. During the 6th day, you will already have to finish, wrap up, and film. Whatever you have done, you film it. And you present it to the group. You present it to the Raining Rosas community. So we can give you feedback. And we can tell you what are the good ideas, what are the ideas that need more development, what are the things that can be modified so they are even more powerful. So this is the day 7, upload and feedback. This feedback of the community will make you improve at such speed that you don't imagine. Because when you work alone is one story. When you work with one person is better. But when you work with a huge group of people that are giving to you feedback, you have so many different views that then you can make up your mind and then you can create for a broader audience. So this is the Endless Masterpieces course, and we are already working in new courses because we want to give a lot of opportunities to the people and we want them to go really in depth into their development as renowned artists. And that's why we are creating a course, Entering the Market, how to create and sell successful creations. So now that you have developed your own creations with this course, then we move to the next step, how to sell these creations. And we develop a sort of techniques and strategies and methodologies about how to really reach the influential people. Then we have a course, Physical Training for Performing Artists, because we are working directly with physical trainers that have been performers, so they can develop a different programs of physical training, of exercises for the different performing skills. So no matter your level, you always adapt this knowledge to your needs. And then we want to go even more to the future. And that's why we are not only working with teenagers that want to go to educations like 17, 18 years old, 19. We want to go even younger. We want to go for the kids. We want to develop the TAMOS methodology for the kids. So how even a kid can already learn these performing skills for the stage of life, because life is a stage and we are actors, we are players, we have our own personalities, and that's our focus. We go for the kids and then we build these super strong, very skillful kids, because we can do this with a lot of playing camp and also with boot ground. So they really perfection into the stage of life. So this is Raining Rosas. This is the Raining Rosas podcast, and we are going to come with many, many interviews with different artists, already renowned artists within the performing arts scene. And we are really looking forward to hear your comments, to hear your views on what we are presenting. We are sometimes controversial because we have like certain views about political, moral, how the world is developing. But that's important, that we open up this conversation, that everyone can participate on it. And that's why we want to hear your voice. We want to hear your comments. We want you to hear your presentations also. We can promote your presentations within the podcast. We can promote your workshops. We can promote different artists that you want to talk about. So please let us know, communicate, and let's start creating together. This is the focus. Let's start creating. If you are interested in the content that we are offering, go to the website. You'll find a lot of information over there. So go to the website, check the links that we leave in the description of the video. And thank you very much for listening to this first episode of the Raining Rosas podcast. This was Carlito Fluito, and see you in the next episode with Cristina Merchani, like a huge, wonderful human being, very influential. She has worked with many of the big names within the performing arts. So if you want to know her story, her views, her mindset, like how she's working with other artists already, so listen to the next episode because it's going to be extremely interesting. And see you there. Thank you very much for listening. This was Raining Rosas podcast, the podcast for contemporary dancers in Europe.